What is good, guys? Gonna share, and today in this video we will be doing another guide for quest number 25, which is against Juzu and Vista. And in this quest it's basically a physical damage paradise. You will only have to use physical damage dealers, which makes this quest one of a kind, or a special quest. And it used to be very hard because back then we didn't have a lot of characters with good physical damage dealing special attacks. But now, since this Storm Clash came after 4 events of the release of EX special attacks, and most of the special attacks or EX special attacks that have been released in the last 4 events were physical damage, it makes this quest so much easier. And just like the last guide video, there is already a clear video, the first clear video from the last Storm Clash. And in that video, I actually used the 2 free characters from this mode, Storm Clash, and they are the Young Ace and Young Garb. And both of them are physical damage dealers and are very good to use here in this quest. In this video though, I will be using Garb again, but with different setup, and you will know why I use them here again. But yeah, if you want to watch that video, I'll be leaving the link in the description below, and also at the end of the video you will find a pop-up, and yeah, you can just click on it and you will be directed to that video where you can watch quest number 25 and 26. So yeah, let's get started. This quest is against Juzu and Vesta. The Storm Force here is speed, so you want to use speed characters as much as you can because they get the 20% HP and attack, of course. Here, many enemies who counter elemental attacks will appear. So yeah, like I mentioned, it's one of a kind quest. You only use physical damage here because there's a lot of enemies that are only weak to physical damage, and that's not all. There's a lot of shield guys that are elemental. So elemental shields reflect all kinds of elemental attack except for physical damage. So yeah, let's get started and check this team that we're using this time around. And so normally we just start with the 2 other teams, the bot teams. So normally I just put fighters as the main because, like I mentioned in the last video, they survive more, you can heal them easier, and yeah. But in this video you don't probably need that much healing, but yeah, it would be better if you use a fighter, especially if your cards are under leveled. And in the last video, or the first clear video, I've used Luffy and Young Ace, and both of them are fighters and actually they didn't lose a lot of HP. And that's why this time around I'm using warriors, and warriors are like the second class after fighters with a lot of HP. So even though they might lose some HP faster than fighters do, they are still viable. So I'm using Garb here, and I'm replacing one of his skills, the other skill, which was this one with the attack buff. I removed it and just added this skill because I want him to attack more and not buff himself, because it would be better if it would be useful to have that buff if you're using Garb as main, because you'll be able to buff other teams as well, and you will know when to use that buff. But as a bot, he will not be, he will just be using it for no reason. So it's better to just have an attacking skill there. So this is how he's gonna be like. I also put Zoro as a backup plan, and I removed his buff as well. So normally I just have his Haki buff, but this time I'm using his EX skill, which should also be useful to increase the fever in case he switched to that. But he never does because Garb can survive enough. to finish the quest. As for the third team, I'm using X-Drake. He's another warrior, and he has an EX skill you can get also from the extreme events. I'm using his, as you can see, his full kit is basically just physical damage. His auto attack is also physical damage. He's very amazing, and his animations are crazy beautiful. That's why I'm using it in this video actually. And then we have Cavendish as the backup. He's useless to be honest, but I just wanted to put him there because, well, why not? His full kit is also physical damage, but his special attack is kind of useless because he will not use it until he loses like 25% of his HP. But it doesn't matter because we will probably never use him here. Yeah, let's get to the main team. So the reason why I'm using Garb here is because I will show you guys that. Okay, let's switch first. All right, so speed is the storm force in this quest, and if you check here, most of the speed force are like elemental attackers. For example, Magellan here is special damage dealer. Same thing for Smoker. Akaino is fire damage. Not talking about Lucy for now. Kizaru is special damage, even though his auto attacks. Wow, even his auto attack is actually special. I didn't know that. I thought it was like physical. But anyway, then we have Tsuru as a water damage attacker, and then Kiji as ice damage attacker. Then we have Sadie as wind damage. So as you can see, speed force, most of them just are elemental attackers. The only ones that we have with physical damage are this Fujitora, and if you have his new special attack, if you decided to pull on him on the current event, and I mean it's probably not gonna be there for the next Stone Clash, but I'm talking about the current event that came with the second release of the Stone Clash. He gets the EX skill, a special attack, which is physical damage. You can use that, but you will not be able to use his skills because his skills are mostly gravity. So I'm not gonna use Fujitora here because I don't have his EX special attack, and also his skills are gravity, so they will be useless for me. You can use Sengoku, but I don't like him. He only has one skill, and the special attack is mood change and wastes a lot of time, so I wouldn't use it as well. Lucy, I used him on the last team, so I'm not gonna use him here, and his skills are actually not that great. So at the end of the day, we end up with only Garb, Khalifa, and Kako. And as for Khalifa, her attacks are mostly water damage, so yeah, I'm not gonna use Khalifa either. And then we end up with Kako. He has one skill and one special attack, and his auto skill, attacks are also physical, so he's ideal here, even though his total overall damage is very bad. So I'm just gonna use Garb here and Kako. And Kako is gonna be in my main team because he's a sniper and he dies fast, so I'm just gonna use him as one of my main team. Then we have here Doflamingo again, but this time around we have his full kit in physical damage. He normally attacks with auto attack of physical damage, and then if you bolt his EX special attack from the last event, then use it. Of course, it's better than the birdcage, but I have here only the birdcage. I didn't bolt for his EX special attack, so I'll be using the birdcage and the new skill of his, and also one of his skills, the overheat skill. If you don't have any special attacks, you can just use the 3 skills that are physical damage, and you could actually be useful there. So as you can see, I'm not using any healers because there's food boxes inside the quest, which if you attack, you just heal all your team, and you can like take advantage of that. If you really need a healer, and I don't know why I'm saying this, but the best healer here would be Fifi with Carol. So her special attack, if you have it, and most likely you do if you have been playing the game for a while, because it used to be in a diamond shop for like 90 diamonds, and you can get it at level 1. It doesn't matter which level, because you just need it for the healing. The special attack is actually a physical damage dealing attack and also heals at the same time, so she will be a really great healer. Also, if you have any other healer like Chopper, you can use them only for healing, though you cannot use him for attacks because his auto attacks are basically ice, I think. Yeah, it used to be ice. I mean, it's still ice. Anyway, that's what I'm saying. So this is gonna be the team, as you can see, and of course the support character. I forgot to talk about them in the last video, but as a default, in every single quest that is hard for you, always use a full sniper support for maximum evasion. A lot of hits will miss you, and it's really useful for these kind of hard quests. So take another look at this team before we actually start the quest. Alright, so this is yet another recording that I've done earlier, and we're just gonna watch here together, and if there's anything that I need to comment on, I'm just gonna say it out loud. And yeah, let's watch. Let's get started. Okay, so as soon as you start, you will see 3 elemental shields. You want to clear them as soon as you can, especially if you have decided again to use some kind of elemental attacker here. And yeah, just let your other teams clear them, and yeah, you just sit there and watch them clear them. To be honest, there isn't really a lot of special stuff about this quest. I mean, you only have some crates to destroy using physical damage, and they will give you some advantage by making some damage, doing some damage to the enemies, and killing them. And there's also the boxes of food. For example, there's a crate right there, and it does a huge amount of damage, and it kills most of the enemies. And yeah, the food boxes, make sure to just destroy it exactly on the same time your other teams move on that box, or the area around the box, to make sure that they get healed, so you don't actually have to switch to your healer in case you grow one. And there's one thing that I also like noticed in this mode. If you use your all special damage, sorry, special attack, the other teams, or at least one of the other teams, will use their special attack right after you. See? If you like go back to the first stage, you will see that again. And if you haven't used your special attack for a while, they will also not use their special attack for a while. So I think they're just like following your usage of skills and special attacks. So as you can see, try to trigger all the crates you can, to make sure you get the maximum damage. And also try to kill that buffing mob or enemy, because he gives the other enemies some good defense, and it gets really hard to kill them at some point. So try to always kill them first. Now we're at the boss stage. The boss stage is the third stage. It's not like the other one that we had in Quest 24. This one is 3 stages. And of course, here you cannot use any elemental damage dealers because you will always have an elemental shield in this stage. And if you kill it, it will automatically spawn another one right after him. See, there's always one in action, so you will have a problem if you are using an elemental attacker here. But if you're using Sabo, for example, to kill the bosses here easier or faster, make sure to separate them away from the shield. But other than that, it's really easy quest. You just need to make sure that you use only physical damage and good physical damage dealers. Yeah, so guys, that was it for this video. For this guide video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next guide video. See ya. Bye.